Hi guys, welcome to Defending Elvis. I've been completely sidetracked this morning. What is the time? 11:44. Oh, I'm so far behind. I think I'm gonna make this video and then walk and do a dog walk video, I think. So I've been faffing around with the shop where things are for sale. So obviously we have the shop where nothing is for sale. Da, da, da. So, I'll be honest with you. I don't want to do a shot, yeah, but let me just click that. First of all, welcome to Defending Elvis. Thanks for joining me. I don't want to do a shot. Not interested. Yeah, I found a shop that everything is done by them, so they do everything. I send them designs bit by bit. I'm going to start sending more designs. Karen has been helping me with some designs. If any of you want to send me any designs, please do. Remember, we can't use the word Elvis. We can't use the word Elvis. In fact, they didn't even like the word king. The king. They didn't like it. They rejected it. So even the king, we can't use it. Yeah? Bit odd, but... so just remember that if you're going to send me anything, nothing that says Elvis or the king. Yeah. So a few of you have done Defending EP. A few of you said that, which I think is pretty good. You come up with your own ideas. How about some slogans? We do have slogans here. You can send me some designs with slogans on, couldn't you? Yeah, there's a lot of slogans we use. So let me just see if I just show you the shop a minute. Now, there is no pressure to buy anything. Yeah, none. Yeah, you don't have to. I don't care. Yeah. They set the price, they set the delivery charge, they make the item, so no one has to buy anything. If you buy nothing, it's completely fine. Okay, so let me just see if I can switch. See if we can have a look at the account. So if I'm going to imagine that I'm pause. I'm going to imagine that I'm on a different channel and I'm looking at Defending Elvis Presley. So let's click on it. So does it come up? Let's have a look. Let me have a little look. Even I'm all new to this store. Right, so we're on my YouTube channel, Defending Elvis Presley. I'm looking at it as if I'm an outsider, a guest. Let's have a look. Yeah, so you click on store, and then these items come up. So I just want you to know that there are more items going to come up, different items, different logos, different... there's some pretty cool ones that have been sent to me by Karen. Donna's assistant and friend. I never set these prices, okay? So it's... I don't know what to say. I'm just providing, because people have been asking me for t-shirts, mugs, stuff like that. I just thought hoodies, whatever. Just do some. There's more designs to come. No one has to buy anything. Okay? So I'm just letting you know it's there. I'm going to look into it and just see what type of items we're allowed to add to this merch shop. Okay? But I have no time. I do not have time to do this. Yeah? But that's it. It's a completely separate organization. Nothing to do with me. All I do is open the account, then they take over. Okay? Yes, I have to upload different designs. They provide the products. So whether it be the teddy bear or a t-shirt or a hoodie, they do that. Not me. Yeah? And looking at it, there's a lot of men's stuff here. I will try and introduce women's stuff as well. I'm not sure why it's all men's stuff. I don't know, guys. Right. So I just wanted to introduce that. Let's there we go. So I wanna do Donna's video. I'm probably gonna do just the first half and then come back and do the second half. All right, let me just get you back up a minute. So the sun's in my face and blah, blah, blah. We're just gonna go with it. Okay, guys? I have not watched this. I don't even know what it's about. Let's look at the title. Let's make sure you can see it all. I'll make it a bit bigger. Right, so let's have a look. It is right. Here goes. Right, it's called Elvis. Vernon. Lisa. The roles they never chose. Okay, I haven't watched it. I have no idea. Okay, let's just go with it, guys. Obviously, we got to stop and start because we are doing a reaction review. Okay. So thanks, Karen, for sending it me, and Donna for sending it me and giving me permission to review your videos. Now, Donna's channel is really growing fast. She's just broke the 18,000 subscribers and she's getting a lot of views, guys. Should we have a quick look while we're here? Let's go to videos. Obviously, she does defending, but she doesn't just do defending. People have to understand that. So look, 8,900 views. This is called You've Heard the Stories About Elvis. Then you've got the Who Did We Bury? The Elvis Conspiracy. I Was There. 19,000 views. Then you've got Priscilla's Actions. The Stanley's Admission. 14,000 views. There's a lot of views. Elvis Presley, So You Know the Truth. 13,000 views. Elvis Lost Control. 11,000 views. Exhumed. 14,000 views. Do you see my point, guys? That this isn't a half-hearted attempt at a defending channel or a first cousins channel. This is a big deal, guys. 22,000 views, 17,000 views. It's just like, wow, yeah. And I'm sure if I keep going, and I don't think this channel is even 6 months old yet, is it? Let's have a look. Will it let me go right to the beginning? Now, Donna's channel is varied. She doesn't just do defending. She does, she shares special memories of just being around Elvis, being around the Presleys. Look, 30,000 views. Oh my God. 310,000 views. Uncle Vernon told me Elvis was taken out. Donna Presley, The Graceland Lie, Anita Wood. 45,000 views. I didn't even know this. Donna Presley exposes the shift at Graceland's Priscilla in the Family. 30,000. Here's a massive one. Donna Presley slams Priscilla's lies. 223,000 views. Oh my God. And the last one I'm going to read out. Unfiltered. Donna Presley responds to what you've always wanted. 45,000 views. Come on, guys. This is a genuine first cousin. Let me click on the video that we're going to play. Just click that. This is a genuine first cousin, guys. A blood first cousin. I don't care what anyone says about Donna, past, whatever. She has Elvis's blood here. Here. She's not a second cousin twice removed. She is a first cousin. And nothing that's happened in Donna's life changes that. Nothing. So obviously we've got the anti-Donna brigade. And we've got the anti-Louis brigade and the anti-defending Elvis brigade. The trasher fans. There will always be a division. You're always going to have two sides of the fence. Yeah? You're going to have the people that say Elvis doesn't need defending, that supports the trashers. Yeah? You're always going to have that. It's never going to change. Get it? And then you're going to have the people on my side of the fence, Donna's side of the fence, that 100% say that Elvis should be defended and that the trashers should be exposed. And that Elvis wants himself and his daughter and his family, Riley, Finley, Harper, Gladys, Vernon, Benjamin, defended. You're always going to have that. People choose their sides. It's up to you. I choose to defend Elvis, defend Lisa, defend Riley, Finley, Harper, Benjamin, Gladys, Vernon. Get it? Because all of them are being trashed. The most disgusting things have been said about Elvis and Gladys. Do you get it? So I choose that. Yeah. I accept that we are going to get insulted. We're going to be attacked. We're going to have the most vile things are said about me and Donna and my movement, my family. I accept it. It's just some people send me messages. Oh, I don't know how you can cope with the disgusting things that are said about you. I laugh at it. I laugh at these people. I honestly, guys, I get so much laughter and humor from these people's ridiculous comments that expose who they are. You know, you set up a channel to bully people, whether it's me, my group, or Donna. Do I need to add to that? So I know what side I'm on. Yeah. But I will just say, when I add one more thing, you know, people, something has been said about me and some of the trasher families. I'm not going to name them, cousins, stepbrothers, Priscilla. Yeah. I'll name Priscilla because she's such a public figure. I'll name her. But I have never called these people disgusting names. I may call them trashers, trasher fans, or I may say they backstabbed Elvis. I'm on about the family members now, yeah, that have trashed Elvis, that have double crossed him, the stepbrothers, the ex-wife, ex-girlfriend. But you will never hear me call these people a vile name. Never. I challenge any trasher watching me now, any fake Elvis fan, fake Elvis YouTube channel. I challenge you to find me ever calling a family member or a stepbrother or the ex-wife or an ex-girlfriend, yeah, a disgusting name. You will never hear me do it because that's not who I am. I'll say that they're fake Elvis fans. I'll say that they're trasher fans. I'll say that they backstabbed Elvis, double cross. I'll say Judas, stuff like that. But you will never hear me call these people a vile name. I'll call them bullies because I've been bullied by at least one of them. Yeah, I'll call the one that bullies me, I will call him a bully because he's bullied me. Yeah, that's as far as it goes. Now, the names we are called are disgusting. You go, all you have to do to anyone watching my show is go and read the comments of the anti-defenders, the bully channels that bully me, Donna, my group, Team Elvis, Team E, yeah? You go and read their comments. You see the disgusting things that they say. I'm talking about family members now. Yeah, I'm not talking about YouTubers. Now, YouTubers, that's different. Fake Elvis YouTube channels and fake Elvis fans that are against Elvis being defended, which is why I call them fake Elvis fans. Yeah, I'll be a bit playful. I'll give them nicknames. I'll call them Cuckoo. But you look at what they call me, what they call Donna, what they call my group members, you know, Team Elvis. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Anyway, so that's that. The next thing I was going to bring up, no, I've already done it. I mentioned the shop to you. There is no pressure to go to the shop. None. Okay. I have no problem with people buying nothing. Okay. There was one other thing. Oh yeah, I just wanted to see if I can get. No, I just want. Oh yeah, the Baz. A few people are messaging me now about the Baz Luhrmann thing. Baz Luhrmann has said, allegedly said, that he was doing an interview, and then during the interview he said, "Oh, there's a guy in England who defends Elvis." I've had about quite a few of you saying it now. I don't know if it's true. I don't know. The person that said it to me, I think, was Sue. Hi, Sue. I think she's in Australia. Hi, Sue. Hope you're well. She's adamant that she heard it said by Baz Luhrmann that he referred to a couple of things. I think it was, and let me just see if I can get the comments up. Hang on a minute. Where are we? 1 second, guys. I might have posted it on my Facebook. Let's have a look. Hang on. Let's see if it's there. Let's make sure you can see it. I'll just read the comments, guys. So I'll be straight. Oh, here's a couple of the new logos, by the way. There's one there. Can you see it? These were done by Karen. Let's have a look. Hang on. There. That's the one. And there's one other one. So we're going to use the word defending EP, team EP. We're going to use a bit of that because we're not allowed to use Elvis, the word Elvis. So that was a couple of them. There's some more. That was done by Karen, Donna's assistant. Oh yeah, we were having a bit of a joke. I remember now that Baz Luhrmann. Actually, I might play that if I can find it. Baz Luhrmann used to be called. I don't mean this horribly. I like Baz Luhrmann. Baz Luhrmann to me is a hero. Yeah, he's changed the Elvis world. I don't care what anyone says. He has relaunched Elvis in the most magnificent way. I know you guys are going to go, Elvis doesn't need relaunching. You know what I mean. Epic has put Elvis here. He was already here. Now he's here. Yeah. So, yes, he was already a legend. I understand. So, I loved Basil Brush. I absolutely love Basil Brush. I have so fond memories as a child with Basil Brush. And so Baz Luhrmann used to be called Basil Brush. Basil. And that is why where he originally gets this name from, Baz Luhrmann. I think he said what is. I'll see if I can find the video. He actually did say. I just thought I'd play this little clip. Boom, boom. Do we remember, guys? Let's go back. So funny. Hang on. Do we remember Basil Brush? Come on. Come on. You remember Basil Brush, don't we? Where are we? I love Basil Brush. I've got such good... So there was a couple of presenters that did Basil Brush, wasn't there? That I remember the ones in the 70s and then the 80s, yeah? Let's just play a little bit of this.
Last week, Basil confessed that he was a gobstopper addict, didn't you?
I did, yes.
You just can't leave gobstoppers alone, can you?
No, I can't. I'm afraid not, no.
Well, this week I've been trying to persuade him to go to a hypnotist to be cured of his craving.
Well, I think it's a load of old codswallop.
It's not a load of old codswallop.
Huh?
Hypnotism can cure all kinds of habits.
Really?
And it can make people do some very strange things.
Yes.
Remember that demonstration we saw?
Yes.
That man who found it impossible to bend over?
Yes.
He was as stiff as a board?
Yes.
Well, that was hypnotism.
Could have been rheumatism.
Now, listen. A hypnotist could make you believe you were a
I want him to say, boom, boom.
sword swallower, and make you swallow a sword 3 foot long.
Me?
Yes, you.
Swallow a sword 3 feet long?
No trouble at all.
But I'm only 2 feet tall.
Just play the ending.
I'm not meant to Golden Man. I'm 20th Century Fox.
He's 20th Century Fox.
Stop being a lion. You are now an express train, thundering through a station.
Hey, wait a minute.
All right, he's doing the whole hypnotized thing.
Why have you stopped?
There's a railway strike.
You are now on a deserted planet, deep in outer space.
You must be stark raving bonkers.
Love it. I want to get the bit that says boom, boom. Okay, we don't have time for that, but let's just see if I can find the Basil. Let's have a look. Where is it? Here we go. Is this it? Is this the clip? All right, okay. This might not be the clip, but it's the messages that were sent to me. This is what says. I'll see if I can find the clip as well, though. So first of all, I get a message. Louis, did you read my comment? Let me just make sure you can see it, guys. Right. So first of all, I get a message. Louis, did you read my comment that I made with your last video? So this is Sue. Hi, Sue. Sue is Team Elvis. We love Sue. I'm pretty sure she's in Australia, I think. did you get your last video that I was watching this morning's show, and they were interviewing Baz about Epic, and he said there's a guy in England that is defending Elvis, so I also would like to defend Elvis, so that's why I made this movie. Well, I don't know about that. That's quite an extreme, a bold thing to say. Look, I mean, I'm trying to be respectful. Okay. So thank you, Sue Waltho. So there's a guy in England that's defending Elvis also. So I would like to defend Elvis. So that's why I made the movie. I don't think Baz Luhrmann, Basil Brush, yeah, boom, boom. I don't think he made Epic because of me. Okay, I'll be honest with you. Now, did Baz Luhrmann say that there's a guy in England who defends Elvis? I don't know. Honestly, I'm going to be straight with you guys. I actually don't know. Maybe if you guys can find it where Baz Luhrmann gets interviewed and says that, please send it me. So then I did say to Sue, look, I don't know if it's true. You know, I'm not sure. I'll be honest with you. I don't think Baz Luhrmann is talking about Louis. Nothing would surprise me because obviously we've had a few people, well-known people, that allegedly have spoken about me, like Joel Weishankar. Of course, I've had interactions with other people like Ginger Alden, Donna Presley, Billy Stanley, and other people. Yeah, well-known people. So it is possible. So, but at the moment, until it is proven that Baz Luhrmann said there's a guy in England that defends Elvis, I'm going to say, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe 50-50. 50 he may have done, 50 he didn't. I definitely 100% know he did not make Epic because of me. That is 100%. I know he did not. Before the trolls, stalkers that are obsessed with me, that watch all my shows, start saying, oh my God, Louis said Epic was made because of him. No, I didn't. And no, I don't think that happened. Okay. So, right. So, don't forget, I have to keep everyone happy now. We've got the stalkers that watch every show I do, and they've admitted that. They think it's good value for money. Or you've got my people, Team E, Team Elvis, who watch, obviously, my show. And so I lost my train of thought then. But the point I'm trying to say is, oh yeah, keeping everyone happy. So the stalkers, I don't think Epic was made because of me. And I also doubt that Baz Luhrmann spoke about me. I know that Joel Weishankar spoke about me. I've got proof. But that's separate. And then you've got obviously my people. I'm talking to Team E, Team Elvis. I think it's unlikely that Baz Luhrmann spoke about me. But if you can find the video where Baz Luhrmann speaks about me, brilliant. So guys, please send it me if you find it. If it exists, send it me. So Sue says, defending Elvis Presley, I can't remember what show it was as I watched all four. Who I knew Baz will... So I watched all four. Who I knew Baz will talked about the show. So I think he's saying Baz did talk about my show. It could be Sunrise 7, Today on 9, Today Extra. Is that in Australia? I'm not sure. But he did say it. So he does watch your channel. And then it says, Peter took me to Rod Laver in Melbourne in the early 90s to see Elvis on the big screen with his original orchestra, who all had a tear in their eyes seeing their boss on screen. All the security could not believe their eyes when everyone rushed to the stage. Very funny, but a good night. So I'm not sure who Peter is. And Rod Laver, I don't know who that is either. I need to look that up. Okay. So thank you to Sue. We need to find the show if it happened. I'm a big fan of Baz, as you know. So then there's the thing where Baz, a couple of things were said. 100% I found a video where Baz is doing a musical. there was something that was concerning. Look at this picture, guys. Look at that I found. Isn't it funny how Linda and Priscilla seem to have got on well for a while? That's obviously Marco Garcia, Priscilla's alleged secret husband. And isn't that Linda's boyfriend? Is this a real picture? It looks real. Is it real? What do you reckon? Put it in the comments, guys. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I found this. I know that this was interesting. I know that on my right, it's AI, but the one on the left is not AI, is it? It's a genuine picture. I just thought that was quite interesting. That was quite interesting. They do look alike, don't they, guys? You can see where Elvis got his good looks from. I mean, it's a bit AI, isn't it? It's a bit AI. The Elvis one is very AI. And that was. Let me just get to where I was trying to find. I want to find the bit. So I've been posting Baz Luhrmann interviews. At the moment, I'm posting as much as I can on Baz Luhrmann and Epic. Right, here it is. Here it is. Let's have a look. So this is where Baz says about a musical. Now, I just want to say, guys, I am a bit concerned what he said, because he says, oh, yeah, the musical is in the pipeline. It's going to be based on the Austin Butler film. That worries me, because I'm not happy with the Austin Butler film. It's a bit of a Priscilla film, isn't it? It's a bit of a, let's talk about the decline of Elvis and the drugs, and, let's act like Priscilla is the only woman Elvis ever knew. Isn't Austin Butler's film like that? Yes, it does have an up part to it that lifts Elvis up, but then it's a big slide, a downhill slide, a spiral. Baz Luhrmann's views on how Elvis spiraled and became unwell with prescription drugs, prescription medication, call it what you want. I'm concerned about Baz's views on that, yeah, because there's so much more to it, isn't there? Because yes, Elvis had a problem with prescription medication. I accept some of the prescription medications were addictive. Come on, any of us that take anything. If some of you take a painkiller or a sleeping tablet, they're addictive. Come on, we know, don't we know that? I know a few people that are on Prozac. It's addictive, yeah? So I'm not afraid to use the word addicted, yeah? I do understand some of the prescription medication Elvis used was addictive, but that's what happens, isn't it? You turn to your doctor because you're sick, because you can't sleep, you're in pain. So your doctor gives you addictive medications. Aren't most medications addictive? So my worry with Baz when it concerns the Austin Butler film is that it doesn't take into account Elvis was sick, that his body was letting him down. It wasn't just the fact, don't forget, if you're in a lot of pain, if your body needs fixing, if you're overworked, if you can't sleep, if you're trying to get through the day, which is how Elvis was towards the end of his life, the last few years, yeah, you're going to turn to your doctor and he's going to give you pills. Yeah, call them drugs if you want, but it's prescription medication, yeah? People use the word drugs to belittle Elvis, to degrade him. People use the word addict to belittle him and degrade him. But the truth is, if your doctor prescribes pills and they're addictive, that's not unusual for doctors to prescribe addictive pills. Pretty normal. They've been doing it since the beginning of time. Do you see my point? Even now, if my doctor prescribes stuff for me, it's addictive. Before I got on the keto diet, the carnivore diet, I was on steroids. Well, your body starts to need the steroids. I don't need them now. I'm not on them anymore. I haven't been on them for 3 years. But, people, I know people that take sleeping tablets. They're addictive. So my worry with Baz Luhrmann is the way the Austin Butler film, the Elvis film that he made, the first film that has turned Baz Luhrmann into an Elvis he's a bit of an Elvis guru now, isn't he? He's definitely a hero because of Epic. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Baz Luhrmann. Yeah. I really do hope Baz Luhrmann wants to go down the defending Elvis road. But when he mentioned this musical, which he said is already in the pipeline, I was like, God, if you're going to base it on Austin Butler's film, I like Austin Butler. He's great. But that film was wrong on so many levels. It got so many things wrong. The decline of Elvis, they almost ignore that he actually was sick. Yeah. There's books that prove it now, isn't there? Dr. Forrest Tennant's book, Sally Hoddle's book, Destined to Die Young. They all have lots of detailed research that show that Elvis was just a sick person. He became sicker and sicker, didn't he? Yeah. So, and an Austin Butler film doesn't show that. It just sort of Elvis. It sort of says Elvis was under a lot of pressure. Elvis struggled being Elvis, which is not completely correct because Elvis loved being Elvis. Which even in Epic we see that Elvis loved being Elvis. He even says, "I'd miss it." You know, the interviewer says, "Would you miss people asking you for your autograph?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'd miss it. I'd miss it." It's a very touching part in Epic. Yeah, Elvis Presley in concert. Elvis loved being Elvis. Yeah, but of course, Elvis was under immense pressure, guys. So of course that would have had an effect on his health. We all know that a lot of stress causes serious health problems. Stress is one of the biggest causes of health problems. But we also know Elvis had the worst case of insomnia, the worst chronic insomnia. So of course that medication would have caused problems trying to get to sleep, and it's addictive. Then you've got the pain Elvis was in for his different health problems. He had serious colon problems, glaucoma, and many other things. Yeah. So there's medication for that. Yes, it's addictive. There'll be side effects. Everything Elvis took would have had side effects. Is it properly reflected in Baz Luhrmann's movie, the Austin Butler movie, that Elvis had genuine, serious, honest concerns that have nothing to do with getting stoned, getting high. He wasn't a junkie. He wasn't trying to get his next fix to get out of his face. He was constantly trying to fix his body, to ease his pain, ease his discomfort, have more energy, to sleep. Do you get it? To sort his colon problems out, to ease his glaucoma. Do you see? And I do feel that Baz Luhrmann's views on Elvis when it concerns why he became unwell lean more towards addiction, trying to get stoned. Get it? So I'm a bit uneasy about Baz Luhrmann's views on Elvis in the Austin Butler film. Is it 2022? In the Austin Butler film. Now, Baz Luhrmann's views now, in 2026, I think may have changed. I think he may be leaning now towards the defending Elvis, starting to understand the pressure that Elvis was under, just being Elvis, so many people relying on him. And as Baz Luhrmann learns Elvis's heart, Elvis, the human being, I do think he might understand. Oh, actually, maybe Elvis has been unfairly treated by family members, stepbrothers, cousins, ex-wife, ex-girlfriends, Memphis Mafia. I like to think that Baz is starting to remove his blinkers and start to see, oh, actually, Elvis is a bit of a victim, maybe a victim of Priscilla. Yeah. So when he said, I'm going to base the musical on the Austin Butler film, I was like, well, no, because we're not happy with many of the things in the Austin Butler film. I see the good. I'm not going to trash the Austin Butler film. I'm saying I understand it brought in new audiences, it brought in new fans, it did give Elvis a boost, and Lisa Marie loved it. I have to respect that. But there are many parts in that film I don't like. Okay, so if they're going to do a musical based on the Austin Butler film, I hope it doesn't follow the Elvis is a junkie, an addict, and the Priscilla route, which is the only love of Elvis's life was Priscilla. We know that Priscilla constantly says, Elvis is the love of my life, which is bullshit. We also know that she wants to be buried in the meditation garden. Doesn't really make sense. Not really, because she has her own family. There is, there's a grey area because, of course, Lisa Marie's buried and Benjamin are buried in the meditation garden. So there's a grey area, but at the same time, she has her own family. She has Navarone. So I don't have the answer. The relationship between Lisa Marie and her mother was complicated, but there was good and bad times. I will always be fair with Priscilla. There was good times and bad times between Lisa Marie and Priscilla. It's complicated. Yeah, of course, I'm really upset with Priscilla. In fact, I'm horrified with her treatment of Elvis and of Lisa Marie. And I don't like the way Priscilla treated Riley, Finley and Harper after Lisa Marie died. And we have these serious concerns about poor Lisa Marie and the unplugging of the machine. So I'm very much always going to try and expose the wrongdoing of Priscilla. I will always do that. But I won't ignore that they had good and bad times. Same goes for Elvis and Priscilla. I want to be fair. They had good and bad times, but I'm still disgusted with the behavior of Priscilla towards Elvis. Yeah. And I am worried that there was a plan from Priscilla to set up Elvis when she was a teenager that involved her mum. I'm very worried about this fake fairy tale that Priscilla has invented, in my opinion, just an opinion. Everything I say on this show is for entertainment purposes, not a fact. It's just an opinion discussion program on YouTube for entertainment where we discuss our opinions. But I am worried about this fake fairy tale. This is a fake fairy tale to me. Yeah. So this is a rewriting of history, reinventing history. This is the Priscilla realizing the public were very gullible and believed everything she said. And no one challenged Priscilla, and Elvis could never challenge her. Elvis never gave his side of the argument. This was done in 1985, so way after Elvis died. So Elvis has never been able to give his side of the story. So of course I'm concerned, and that same point I put to all the books that have trashed Elvis. Every book that has trashed Elvis, I say, well, Elvis hasn't given his side of the story. He wasn't here. He was dead. Elvis dying seemed to be a green light for these people to make up their own version of events and treat their version of events as fact, when it may not be fact. It may be exaggerated, twisted, it may be a blatant lie. They may have an agenda, they may be full of resentment, they may be trying to get revenge, or they're just trying to make money, or have some fame, get their 15 minutes of fame. So it's all complicated. So let's have a little listen to what Baz says about the possibility of a musical. Hang on, guys. Let me just...
The first film. Yeah.
Hang on. Right, here goes.
It's out of the bag a bit. There is an Elvis musical being done based on the first film. Yeah, that's being worked on. But look, honestly, right now my big focus is this. I got the albums coming out on Friday. Double album from... That's out of the bag a bit. There is
Right, I just want to play that again because it's only 15 seconds.
an Elvis musical being done based on the first film. Yeah, that's being worked on. But look, honestly, right now my big focus is this. I got the albums coming out on Friday.
Yeah, so we obviously the album is I think is already becoming a big hit. Epic. I saw a thing yesterday that it's definitely in the top 5, isn't it? Epic as a new release in the top 5. Wow, come on, guys. 2026, Elvis is one of the top grossing movies at the moment. Yeah, come on, Elvis does it again. Elvis would be so proud of the success of Epic, and so would Lisa Marie. This is why I keep saying that Baz is a hero. What is this? Baz Luhrmann talks about Louis. Then I put a link there. What is that? Hang on. Oh, I know. It's just, I know what it is. It's just the comments from Sue. Hang on. Have we got any comments on there? So there's a few people commenting. Let's have a look. I saw Sue's comment on your live yesterday saying that Baz, that's fantastic. You know, Lorna, I hope it's true. I don't know. Mary's on there. So we're right. Epic is a defending Elvis movie, which I do keep saying. Captain Louis, you're famous now. Maybe Baz wants to meet you. I said to Mary, I did reply to Mary, come on, guys, we need to prove it's true first. So then Carolyn, wow, that's fantastic. We need to prove it's true. So then Sarge says, we were right then. Well, because it was brought up on the chat, wasn't it? Well, no, we still haven't proved it, Sarge, my friend. Oh, I'd love to prove it. I'd love it if Baz had said something like that about the UK, the guy in the kitchen, the guy in the shop when nothing is for sale. I'd love it, but at the moment, come on, guys. So Sarge confirms, yeah, we need proof. We need proof. But I'm chuffed that that people are even saying it. Yeah, I really hope it's true, but I'm not going to hold my breath. So where is it? There was something I posted. Where is it? Concerning Baz. Let me just see. So what I've been doing, I have been going through some Baz Luhrmann stuff to try and find if Baz said it. I haven't had that much time, so I've only let's have a look. Look, what a lovely comment. Look at that from Sherry. The Louis guy in the UK is the most genuine, amazing fan of Elvis and makes us all proud of the strength you show against the bully trashers who stoop so low to say horrific things about your beautiful family. Yes, they do. They do. They say horrific. They called my family lowlifes. This is how disgusting the stalkers are. Stalkers, you are disgusting. They are sick, horrible humans and backstabbing snakes who hurt the Elvis reputation. Yeah, we stand up for Elvis's reputation. Yeah, and poor Lisa Marie having to live through the lies. Yeah, this is the problem with the stalkers, the anti-defenders. They forget that Lisa Marie Presley had to live through the lies. For 40 odd years, Lisa had to take the crap. You get it, guys? Even from her own mother. Her own mother was sharing bullshit about her dad. Obviously, this book. But there are other books. There's Stanley books as well. Yeah. I'm going to start introducing some other books soon, guys. I have got some other books that have also trashed Elvis and discredit them. Discredit them. But there is one thing I wanted to let me read the last part of that comment. So Sherry says Lisa Marie having to live through the lies and bad conduct of those meant to be close to her daddy, making their living off his memory is disgusting. They're all still doing it, and I believe it is ingrained. Let's have a look. It's ingrained. Elvis will always be their money making. There we are. It's ingrained. Elvis will always be their money making meal ticket. I agree. A lot of these people, including family members, ex stepbrothers, cousins, Memphis Mafia, Priscilla, you name it, it's a money-making meal ticket until the day they die. I agree. And wouldn't it be nice if these money-making meal ticket people said sorry and showed regret and admitted what they've done is wrong? You can still make money from Elvis without trashing him. It's a shame these people can't just look back and show regret and say sorry. It's such a shame. Yeah. Instead, you have the trashers, the stalkers, the trasher fans making excuses for their behavior and ignoring that Elvis is the one who Elvis is the victim of all of the trash, isn't he? Elvis is a victim. No one wants to say sorry. No one wants to show regret. Priscilla has never said sorry. None of these people say sorry. They just march on with their money-making meal ticket. It's the truth. It's a very true comment. Thank you. So then she says, that's why Louis' relentless defending is so necessary. Louis is a man of strength, and I tell you what, yes, I am. Yes, I am. I have spent my life being bullied since I was a child. I'm 58. I'm 59 in July. Yeah, I am a man of iron. Yeah, I'm used to being bullied. I've been bullied on and off my whole life. And I know how to stand up to bullies, because bullies expose themselves with their actions. Bullies expose themselves with their own words. Yeah, like I said earlier, you've only got to read the bullies, the stalkers' comments to see that they're bullies, the type of things they're saying. And they lie. They lie about Louis. They say, oh, Louis said this, Louis said that. Almost everything the bullies, the stalkers say that I said, I didn't say. I didn't say. I don't call people vile names. Yeah, I'll say silly, comical, sort of Benny Hill, tongue-in-cheek names. I never go down the disgusting route. But I will say this, many of them are unhinged and not well and need help. I will say that. Let's have a look. So Louis is a man of iron strength against the hammer of lies they throw. Yes! Elvis has had hammers of lies thrown at him since the beginning. But it became much worse once Priscilla started writing her book. And then you have the others join in. When Elvis died, it became 1,000 times worse. They all joined in. It was a free-for-all to trash Elvis, the person they say they love, the person they may have been related to, best friends with, worked with, married to, girlfriends. Get it? Cousin, stepbrother. Come on, we could go on, couldn't we? Yeah? They were throwing their hammers at Elvis's face, and there's nothing Elvis could do. He couldn't even block the hammers. He couldn't even block them because he was not with us. And all of this happened in front of his daughter. And then all of these people try to make excuses. They can't find excuses. So they attack Louis. They attack my family. They attack Donna Presley. They attack Team Elvis, Team E. Yeah? With vile comments. With vile comments. The anti-defenders. Even setting up YouTube channels to bully me, Donna, and Team Elvis. Remember, the vile bully channels support the trashers, support the trashing by the Memphis Mafia members, support Priscilla's trashing. They support the cousins' trashing. They support the stepbrothers, Stanley's trashing. The very people that are bullying me are supporting Priscilla. They're Priscilla fans, Stanley fans, Trasher fans. Get it? So they're complete hypocrites, yeah? Ultimately, they're just vile people that enjoy bullying on YouTube. These people have got nothing better to do with their lives, so they bully on YouTube. This is the truth. The thing I'm learning is that the people that are bullying me or Donna or Team Elvis, that are anti-defending Elvis, it's not about Elvis. They're not really interested in Elvis. This is just bullying. This is venting, bullying, stalking. They're obsessively watching me. Just they're pure bullies. That's all they are. They expose themselves with their own words. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going. Against the hammer of lies. Yeah, the hammer of lies thrown at Elvis, and Elvis can't even give his side of the story. He can't defend himself. Then Shelley says, thank you, Louis, for loving our Elvis and his family and how you do and being our voice to tell them what's true. Fans think and want to say. You're the best. Thank you. That's a lovely comment. And I tell you what, I love being a voice, but remember, my voice isn't just me. It's Elvis defenders around the world. There's thousands in loads of countries. This isn't just Louis. We are big in Australia now, aren't we? Yeah, we're big all over the world. Yeah. And then you've got Donna Presley has the biggest voice. I've just read out to you the amount of views she's getting. I would say Donna Presley now is breaking probably had over 10 million views. Yeah. Go and add it all up. 18,000 subscribers in 6 months. Millions of views. I don't know how many millions it is. It's definitely 5 to 10 million views. Yeah. Doesn't that say that the fans want to know the truth? Elvis fans that love Elvis being defended, because let's face it, Donna is a big defending Elvis channel as well as a Elvis channel. Yeah, remember she's a first cousin. There's tens of thousands of people that want to hear what Donna Presley has to say because they know she was there. They know she was at Circle G. She was at Graceland. She is related to Elvis. Her mother was her grandmother was Minnie Mae. Do you get it? Her uncle was Vernon. She worked with Vernon. So they want to hear what Donna has to say. It's one thing to listen to Louis. It's a complete different thing to listen to Elvis's first cousin, his blood relative. So there was one other thing I wanted to say about Baz Luhrmann. Let's have a look. So guys, yesterday's Miss Sam's video. Whoop. Serious stuff. There was just one more Baz Luhrmann thing. Do you know, I still haven't got round to doing 30 pieces of silver. There's a part on it here on our Defending Elvis Facebook page. I am gonna. I just don't have any time. Look, I was supposed to be doing Donna Presley's video, and we've ended up talking, so we're gonna have to do it in part 2. I'm probably gonna do a dog walk in a minute, guys. Look, we've been on nearly an hour. This is obviously when
story, and it looked like something. Sometimes it's not that at all, because this is what's coming up here, and it's not me defending Elvis. You know, I'm not Captain Louis. Big up Captain Louis. Excellent content. Captain Louis is he has several channels, but one of them is the Defending Elvis channel. And if you want to keep up to speed with what is happening,
so just in case you don't know, guys, so I'm trying to find this. There's a Baz Luhrmann thing that I wanted to play you guys. Oh yes, I wanted to play the video of how he got his name. Now I want to post it, because I love Basil Brush. Now I did post it on my Facebook, but I can't find it. So let's see if I can quickly post it now. I love it. Let's have a look. Let's just see if that is it. Thing is, it's about a minute long, isn't it? Let's have a look, see if I can find it. I wonder if it's on my other phone. I know we discussed it at the beginning, didn't we, guys? But I wanted to repost it before I go. Where are we? Yeah, I've got it here, but it's got music, so I want to try and post it without the music. Right, let's have a look. Hang on a minute. Let's get it on there. Here we go. It should post quite quick, I hope. I think that's it. I'm hoping. We're going to find out now. So it's posting now. So thank Miss Sam's. We love Miss Sam's. We love her. You must subscribe to Miss Sam's. Okay, guys? So it's just posting and see if it's going to work. But I did post it. Is that it? No. Let's have a look. It's just posted. Let me just see if it comes through. Let's have a little look. Come on, where are you? Let's try it again one more time. Where are you? Aha! Is this it? We'll soon find out.
They're my glasses. He had an innate kind of sense of Elvis style.
I assume you were born Barry?
I wasn't.
You weren't?
No, Mark, actually.
So when did you become Baz?
Oh, it's this story where, like, I grew up, Dad was from the Vietnam War, we had short hair and blah, blah, blah. And I had top malt, and I run away, and I go to this, suddenly from a quite progressive school, to this all-boys college, Christian Brothers College. Anyway, I suddenly grow my hair, which was super curly and very, like, out, and I never cut it, because I finally kind of grow my hair. And so they used to call me Basil Brush as a sort of put down. And I was kind of a bit of a mythomaniac, I suppose. I mean, like, I'm going to brand myself. So to thwart them, I go in, and then they call me Baz for short. It was a nickname. But I go into Depot, and I changed my name to Baz legally. And I put the two names together, Baz, Mark.
Thanks very much, Mark.
Love it. I'm going to play that again, but I'll stop and start on it a bit. I love this story. I am a massive fan of Basil Brush. I'm not going to deny. I like it. During the video, it actually shows Basil Brush. So I think he said his name was Mark. So the interviewer automatically assumes that his name was, I think, Barry. Yeah. And let's listen to it one more time.
They're my glasses. He had an innate kind of sense of Elvis style.
I assume you were born Barry?
I wasn't.
You weren't?
No, Mark, actually.
So
I get it. Baz, Barry, I get it. I see why he thought that. But then he says, no, my name was Mark. Yeah. He doesn't look like a Mark. Does anyone think that Baz Luhrmann looks like a Mark? I would never have called you Mark. Baz Luhrmann.
when did you become Baz?
Oh, it's this story where, like, I grew up, Dad was from the Vietnam War, we had short hair and blah, blah, blah. And I had top malt, and I run away, and I go to this, suddenly from a quite progressive school, to this all-boys college, Christian Brothers College. Anyway, I suddenly grow my hair, which was super curly and very, like, out, and I never cut it, because I finally kind of grow my hair. And so they used to call me Basil Brush as a sort of put down. And I was kind of a bit of a...
There it is. He's coming. Look at him. He's going along the bottom. Look.
mythomaniac, I suppose. I mean, like, I'm going to brand myself. So
I want to show that again. It's funny. Here we go. Hang on a minute. We got to see back. Come on. Boom, boom.
Brush as a sort of put down. And I was kind of a bit of a mythomaniac, I suppose. I mean, like, I'm going to brand myself. So to thwart them, I go mythomaniac, I suppose. I mean, like, I'm going to brand myself. So to thwart them, I go in, and then they call me Baz for short. It was a nickname. But I go into Depot, and I changed my name to Baz legally. And I put the two names together, Baz, Mark.
Thanks very much.
Do you know what? I actually think Baz Luhrmann he's quite young looking. He's quite fit looking, isn't he? I'm sure. I don't know how old he is. Should we just see how old is Baz Luhrmann? I think he's quite fit looking. His skin looks very smooth. Hang on. Let me just see if I can. We're going to ask ChatGPT, yeah? He looks like he exercises. He's obviously a flamboyant dresser. He's a hero, guys. Baz Luhrmann is a hero. I don't care what anyone says. Baz Luhrmann, if you ever watch me, you're a hero for what you've done with Epic. I'm not keen on your Austin Butler. I like Austin Butler, but other than Austin Butler, nah. That too much Priscilla loving going on with the Austin Butler film. But Epic, wow, you've blown us all away. So how old is Baz Luhrmann, who made Epic? So he's impressed the hell out of me, Baz Luhrmann has. And I tell you what, he has done a lot of interviews. A lot. Like, he's really pushing Epic, yeah? Look, my God, I never would have thought he was that old. He is, wow. He is 63 years old. Wow. I never would have thought. I thought maybe my age. Wow. Seriously, guys. I'm going to post those pictures. Now, obviously, he's made some very well-known films, hasn't he? 63. I never thought he was that old. He clearly exercises. You can't be that slim and fit. He looks quite toned as well. I'm going to post those pictures on Facebook. Baz, I'm impressed. I'm impressed, my friend. I'm going to just post it. Baz. No, I'll put, does Baz look 63? Please comment. I don't mean that negatively. I'm impressed. I think Baz looks great. I've just posted that, okay? So, should we see if it's come up? Now, I'm a big fan of Baz, so I don't want none of the stalkers, the haters, to try and twist it. I am a big fan of Baz Luhrmann. I'd love to meet him, and I really hope he has said. There we go, guys. Let me see if you can see it. So this is obviously that's Baz there when he was much younger. Let me click on it. There's him doing a bit of directing. There's just something about him. He's very likable, very flamboyant, and he deserves all the praise he gets. Obviously hardworking, very ambitious. We know about there's a musical in the pipeline. I did notice on an interview I watched this morning, he is discussing other Elvis projects now. You know, a way of getting old, you know, long lost footage, maybe in the salt mines, you know, in the, you know, the 6-7 salt mine, yeah. Long lost footage and restoring it, adding, you know, obviously sorting out the sound quality, as well as he says he doesn't use AI. There's a different system they use to clean up this old footage, and he is saying that there may well be many other projects where Elvis stuff from maybe the 50s, 60s, and 70s gets restored and reposted, you know, rebranded, and then goes around the theaters and the IMAX. The IMAXs around the world. So I think there's a lot more to come from Baz Luhrmann. The other thing he said was that IMAX actually, when this was shown, when Epic was shown to IMAX, the people who are involved with IMAX, they really wanted to do Epic. They really felt the glove fitted, that this restored footage, cleaned up footage. Is it Peter Jackson and his gang that did Lord of the Rings? They really felt this was a good fit. Shall I just ask ChatGPT, because I should have asked this ages ago. Before I go, guys, what actually is IMAX? What do they do with the quality in their theaters? I'm just interested to know. Just very quickly before I go, guys, we're going to do Donna's video in part 2. IMAX is a cinema system designed to make films look and sound bigger, sharper, and more immersive than standard theaters. It is not just a big screen, it's a whole system. Cameras, film, digital format, projection, screen design, and sound. It gives you a much larger sound than the standard sound, and the standard screens a much larger screen. It's often taller. You even get to see more vertical pictures. It's slightly curved. I did notice that when I was in Bristol. It's slightly curved. Someone's just come on. In some films, all right, I'm just finishing up. In some films, my daughter's just walked in. You actually see more images top and bottom compared to normal cinemas. And then it says the picture quality usually is 4K laser projectors. Is that right? The picture quality, what they do differently. IMAX enhances quality in a few key factors. 4K laser projectors, brighter image, much deeper blacks, much more color depth. Laser IMAX especially gives better contrast, more vivid color, cleaner motion. Then it says special formatting, shot with IMAX certified cameras. Right, so they actually use IMAX certified cameras, or digitally remastered using IMAX DMR, digital media remastering process. This means you get the grain is reduced, the sharpness is enhanced, the sound quality is optimized, contrast is carefully rebalanced, and the sound. IMAX audio isn't standard surround sound. It includes precisely tuned speaker placement, Okay, the sound quality in when I went was amazing. It was all around you. Yeah. So the placement of the speakers, you have extra sub bass power. Then you have laser aligned sound calibration. You have clearer dialogue separation. You don't just hear it, you feel it. For music heavy films like the Baz Luhrmann concert experience, that makes a huge difference. Why it feels different? When you sit in IMAX, the screen fills your vision. It definitely did that. It didn't really matter where you were sat. And obviously the seating. IMAX theatres, the seating is really comfortable, soft leather, adjustable. You had a remote adjustable thing on it for reclining, for your legs, to put your legs up. It was really comfy, yeah? And the sound surrounds and vibrates. Yeah, you could feel that, the vibration. The image is brighter and more detailed. Fast moving feels smoother. It's designed to reduce distractions and make you feel like you're inside the film. Yes, it did feel that. You really felt up close and personal with Elvis, with his band, with his audience, you know, in the concert. Yeah, so yeah, all of that. Yeah, that's it. So it said, if you're planning to see Elvis, epic Elvis in IMAX, Louis, the music and crowd and atmosphere will feel far more intense, especially if it is shown in expanded ratio. So there must be different IMAXs. So then it says, I can also explain the difference between standard IMAX and LIE IMAX. So LIE Max, LIE Max. So LIE Max are smaller branded IMAX screens because not all IMAX theaters are equal. Yeah, I suppose it's size and all the rest of it. So that's interesting. Yeah. So it does explain why so many people are walking out of IMAX after watching Epic and going, wow, what has just happened to me? The experience I've just been through is like mind blowing. Yeah, honestly, they feel like they're with Elvis. So when I said something about, look, it's in some ways it's even better than seeing Elvis live. It's because you're thrust right up close to Elvis, that close, like he's with you. I'm not being disrespectful to the live concerts, of course not. Yeah, the atmosphere at Elvis's concerts would have been phenomenal, but this IMAX experience is phenomenal as well in a different way, where you really can feel this. You can see the sweat on Elvis's face, the pores of his skin, the way he moves, the way he's dressed, just everything about the IMAX experience is mind blowing. Takes your breath away. It really does. And you do leave the theatre after an IMAX viewing of Epic, like you feel different. You feel like you've been changed, like you've been affected. Yeah, in an amazing, positive way. You feel even closer to Elvis after watching him in an IMAX theatre. Epic, watching Epic. That is why Baz Luhrmann is a hero. So this for Baz Luhrmann, to me, this is the beginning of a whole. How can I explain it? I think we're going to get a lot more of this now. We're going to get a lot more of IMAX experiences with Elvis, different things Elvis did through the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and other artists, other very well-known artists. Like I know that Baz Luhrmann loves David Bowie. Yeah, he knew Michael Jackson, didn't he? Yeah. So I think you're going to have the Beatles and many other well-known artists be brought back to life using IMAX, using these theatres, using this technology that cleans up old footage. You know, there's so many amazing artists out there. You know, Queen, for example. Queen, we all love Queen. All right, guys. So I think that's it. I'm going to walk Ella, then I got to go shopping. So I will go live with Ella. I'm going to post this in about 2 hours. I'm not going to post it straight away because I want to do a dog walk. So I will upload it now. I'll post it for 2 or 3 hours, probably 3 hours. We can watch all this later together. I will join you in the comments on this. Okay, guys, Team Elvis, you rock. Thank you for joining me. And Captain Louis signing out.